Alright. So we're here at Mocha Arcadia on the east bank of Demerara for the PPPC public meeting as they head into the LGE elections 2023. Now, this area has been dominated by the PNC for several years and has seen a great amount of neglect. Bad roads, bad drains, the cemetery is overgrown, the play field is in bad condition, and persons in this community are generally looking for a change. So I am going to, I see Minister Prague over there. I'm going to go and see if I can have a quick word with her so she can give you a bit of an idea of some of the works that or some of the support that she has been giving to candidates, these candidates in Mocha Arcadia, and some of the changes that they have been affecting. But right now, as you can see, a few people out here as they get ready for the public meeting here happening in Mocha Arcadia. The Prime Minister of Guyana, Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, is scheduled to make an appearance and give remarks at this public meeting this evening. And as you can see, this is not something that is very familiar in the area of Mocha Arcadia. The PPP able to have a public meeting without persons harassing them, and I think that signals the change that is happening in communities across the country where persons are not willing to vote race anymore, but they are voting in terms of development. I see they have drummers here as well. I guess they'll be performing a little later. We have the peace officers out here. Persons still arriving to this public meeting, which should be starting around 7:30. So let me see if I get Minister Prague or Minister of Public Service just to give us a quick rundown on what's happening here and some of the works that they would have accomplished in this community. I know for sure there are some works that were done at the Mocha Primary School. They did the ground there. There's a new basketball court there. And the sad part about it is that even the name, there is a street in Mocha here named after Forbes Burnham, the founding father of the PNC. And this road, it wasn't even done 2015 to 2020 when they had an opportunity to repair it. This was done under the People's Progressive Party Civic Administration, and now Burnham Drive here in Mocha Arcadia is a paved road where persons in this community can enjoy, traversing easily in the community, and it's just something that augurs well in terms of development for this community of Mocha. This was done while these persons are just candidates for the local government election. Imagine if they are elected to the NDC and they have full reign to get things done in these NDCs and push this community forward. So I'm going to have a quick word with Minister Prague, who is here representing the government. Good evening, Minister Prague. So you're here at the meeting from Mocha Arcadia. Before we talk about the meeting specifically, just give the persons looking an idea of some of the works you were able to accomplish and your colleague ministers with these candidates in this community where the NDC is controlled by the opposition and not much was done. Bad roads, bad drains, and as candidates, they were able to effect change. Just highlight some of those projects that were able to be done through.
Right. So you know the yes, yes, was there. Control this NDC for about well, as long as we can remember, the PPP or no other party has ever been in control of the NDC. And there were residents who were quite fed up of there being a lack of development and there was no progress in this community at all, especially the younger people. And so what happened is that they started to reach out to government in terms of getting assistance for development in their communities, such as the basic things such as draining, agriculture, infrastructure. And so, one of the key things is that several of the residents wrote to His Excellency as it relates to a particular road that is actually called the Barnum Boulevard. And the president responded to that by having the Ministry of Public Works look into the matter and actually had that road completed. And it was commissioned last year. As well as there was a road, Barnwell North, which is a key road as well because you have a lot of children living in that area coming out to school. And it was in a deplorable state for many, many years. And it actually was the access to a lot of farmlands down at the back. So that road was also done to an extent and will be completed later on. But that was one of the key developments for this area as well. Lots of training has been done, the technical skills through the Board of Industrial Training as well as ICT. And we've had drainage done by NDIA. So imagine NDIA has to be coming in and substituting for what the NDC is supposed to be doing in all of these communities. And so NDIA practically clean most of these drains in here, and they've been continuously working with the residents in this area, as well as the Ministry of Agriculture is clearing 100 acres of farmlands down at the back to assist residents right here in Mocha. So, going forward, we can look at far more development for this community, and I think that's what people want. I mean, nobody wants to prove a point. They just want to be able to live in a community where they are comfortable and they can actually feel safe and they can see the development happening around them.
Okay. Minister, traditionally this is known or has been known or proclaimed to be an opposition stronghold. The PPPC is able to keep a public meeting out here, persons coming out wearing their jerseys. Do you see this as a signal of a change of mindset from persons voting race and moving to voting issue, development and betterment for their communities?
Most definitely. I always knew Guyanese are smart people and they're quite independent minded. Nobody's birth certificate has a political party stamped on it as their owner. So what people are now looking at and they're realizing is that, look, we want to get on board with development. We want to be able to benefit in the places where we live. And so they're coming out and they have voices and their voices are quite strong. And so you're in an area where PPP could never have really set foot. We are able to contest all of the constituencies in Mocha, 6 constituencies. We have candidates and not only candidates, but we had alternatives, alternate candidates, polling agents, everything. And I feel very good about it because you can see that people are looking at substance and not form. So
Thank you, Minister. I'm Tom. How you doing? So he's on the phone at the moment, but we have the candidates here. I'm trying to get one of them so I can talk to give you a better idea of their plans for this community of Mocha Arcadia in terms of development. Uh, yeah, so I caught up with one of the candidates here. So for the live, just tell persons your name and the constituency you're vying for, and just give us two of your plans. Once you're elected to the NDC here in Mocha Arcadia.
My name is Alicia Bob. I'm representing constituency number 6. And if I'm being elected as a council, right? The two main things I'm looking at is the drainage and the road. Also the carpet, because we have carpet that turn walkway. So the drain is really plugged up and it's really terrible. So street lights.
Yeah.
I heard the government say that each village going to be having street lights, each post in each village. And I know that's going to be a very good move.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So that's one of your candidates that representing the People's Progressive Party Civic, well, vying for a council seat here in the Mocha Arcadia area. So I'm now going to be talking with Ralston Elliott, another candidate here in Mocha Arcadia. So Ralston, we're here for the public meeting. You guys have in your candidate stage got a lot of work done as candidates. You're not councillors yet. So they had right. So they had several projects that were executed in relation to. Let's go to some more light. It's a little dark over here. So they had several projects executed in this community. You as a candidate, tell us a little bit about the work that has happened at the Mocha Primary School.
The primary school, when we would have been there last time with the minister's outreach, we would have had the ground being plowed, prepared rather, and we would have had renovations being done to the basketball court and its drainage and so forth. But because of the weather, and that would have caused some setback to it being completed in time. But we are confident it's going to be completed very soon.
So I see there's a basketball court there as well.
Yes.
Okay. That aside, how do you feel a few days away from the election?
Well, we're I don't want to use the word hyped. We're confident because the communities, the people, they're open-minded. And that mindset, we were able to attack it with the right information. And so we were able to gain grounds and persons are listening to us. And that is what is very important for us at this time. We are still making other preparations for Monday. And we're not going to let our guards down. We are preparing ourselves for any and everything. But as it relates to how we feel, we're confident. And we're happy about being able to contest the elections. And this is historic indeed, because 14 years ago, this was never possible, but it's possible in 2023. And we have already won. We've already won, but we're looking for a bigger win. Come June 12th, we're looking for a bigger win. We're looking to be employed to serve this community as councillors. Thank you.
Thanks. So that's Ralston Elliott. He is also vying for a council seat. at the NDC here in Mocha Arcadia. So I have one more candidate here that I'm going to be talking to quickly before we end this live and head to another location to see what else is going on. So this is another candidate for the local government elections. Give us your name and the constituency you're vying for.
All right, good night, everyone. My name is Tiffany Nelson Moore, and I will be running for constituency 5. But even though I'm running for constituency 5, I am a candidate for the entire Mocha Arcadia.
Okay. So you guys were able to execute a few projects as candidates.
Yes.
And I would dare say more work than the NDC has done
Yes.
who was elected to office. Just
Yeah.
give us an idea of two of those projects and probably one of the projects you intend to execute in this area come June 12th when you're elected to the NDC.
All right, two of the projects we would have brought to this village is the installation of the basketball court. Now, last month we were there and we installed an international basketball net. Our next aim is to look at the play field. We are looking at the football field. I believe that having these two projects done, it will reduce the level of loitering in this village and it will bring expenditures into this community. So those are two of the aims we want to achieve.
All
The
right.
next thing right here is the burial ground. The NDC failed to look at this. This is the center of the village. We need to fix this. We need to fence this burial ground. These are things that we, when we go into office, we are willing and ready to change.
Okay. Thank you for talking with me.
You're welcome.
So that's another candidate here in the Mocha Arcadia area. And I see Mr. Odwin Ashby, the leader of the list for Georgetown. I'll see if I can get a quick comment from him. So, Odwin, you're here in Mocha supporting the comrades. You had some powerful rallies in West, Kitty as well. How are you feeling a few days away from the elections?
Well, Corda, let me tell you, I am very much comfortable that come Monday, this will be very, very victorious. The PPC will be very victorious at the polls. We have gotten a great response from all the various constituencies. And like everything else, you were telling persons, this is the time for a new beginning. Let's change things. Let's work together to build a better Georgetown and better communities. So we look forward to all the persons coming out and vote for us. And you can rest assured, the PPPC is the new team for City Hall come June 13, 2023.
So that's the leader of the list of Georgetown, Mr. Odwin Ashby. He is here in Mocha. And as you can see, the crowd is building slowly. But it is building. Persons are coming out. Persons are coming out. And like I said, this has been a change. This is not normal for Mocha, as it is deemed an opposition area. But we can see persons here proud to wear their People's Progressive Party civic jerseys, proud to wave their flags and represent their party as they are looking for development in their community. It's a little dark out here for the camera, but as you can see, persons are out here waiting for the arrival of Brigadier Retired Prime Minister Mark Phillips, who will be giving remarks here this evening, along with the candidates outlining their plan for the Mocha Arcadia area. So a car is coming, so I'm going to come back this way so you can have a better view. We have persons all the way in the corner over here. We have some persons on the other side of the road as well. So, we're ending the broadcast here. We're gonna head back to Eccles, see what's happening there. As I said, our Prime Minister should be arriving shortly. Brigadier retired Mark Phillips will be speaking at this meeting this evening, and along with the candidates, as I said, Mr. Ashby, leader of the Georgetown list, is here. Minister Sonia Prague, Minister of Public Services, also here. She has been doing a lot of work in this community, along with Minister McCoy, Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, um, Minister Kroll, and I know Minister Edgel has also been in this area. These are some of the people that have been working in this community, going house to house, and taking the message of the People's Progressive Party Civic to every home in the area.